going on, guys? It's Austin with the Semi-Saucin' YouTube channel. It's another video. It's a weekly recap because I did fumble the bag. I dropped the ball on the live vlogs, the trip vlogs that I've been trying to do. I've been trying for like 3 weeks to get it down, and something always happens. And this time I was recording in the wrong setting, so I like messed the video up for like 30 minutes, and it's one of those things where I kind of want to do it right the first time. I don't want to have like, half-assed work put out, and so I'll try again. We're just gonna go over this week and kind of the expectations and some of the conversations that were had in the comments over the last couple of days. Just kind of address some things, because I think in my last video maybe I came about a little too harshly or too negatively regarding the pay, and I don't want it to come across as if I'm talking bad about Swift. I still enjoy my job. I enjoy my job a lot. It's still, it's a part of the plan, and I still have intentions to work with these guys and then end up acquiring my own vehicle through these guys. Yes, is there discrepancies in their advertisements? Yes. Do I feel like they might be trying their best not to make certain payouts happen? Yes, I do, but there's so many issues that you have with any other job. So I think, I had certain conversations with certain people in the comments, and one in particular kind of shed light to me that maybe I just had not the best attitude about the way that I approached the situation. And so I just wanted to make this video to kind of clear things up, and and the pay is one thing, and I understand that, and I've always said it. I've said it before I even was a solo driver. I understand my circumstances. I understand that I want weekends off, and I understand that that's not the most ideal situation for a trucker in this industry. What I do know is that it's still possible to make money. You don't have to work 7 days a week in the trucking industry to make a big paycheck. I know that for a fact. I'm still working on switching to the Target account, which is becoming a little frustrating because there's a lack of communication. The guy that had reached out to me and essentially offered me the position a couple weeks ago, I called him on Monday, and today's Tuesday, and I called him today. He did not answer. I sent him a text message, I didn't get a response. So I am reaching out, kind of just saying like, hey, are we still on? Like, because this is supposed to be my last week with this team, I need to know the truck number for the truck that I'm picking up on Friday. And I need to know, if we're greenlit or not, because I don't want, my driver leader to stop giving me work on Friday or next week, because to her understanding, I'm no longer on the team. If for whatever reason they had to push it back, if something came up, shortage of freight, whatever, I would like to know, hey, like we got to push it back a week or whatever. So that way I know, okay, I got to just do another week with these guys. It's no big deal. But I definitely wanted to just clear the air, do this video, update everybody on what's going on. So I just came back into Phoenix. I don't know if you can tell. That's a Target trailer. I'm in the Swift terminal in North Phoenix. I went to Vegas, and it was so cool because it's the first time I went to Vegas and with one of my friends. One of my friends that works with Swift actually had the same load going to the same Costco with me, and so we both like kind of just convoyed our way up there, and we hung out. We went to a casino and we had dinner. It was super cool. I've never had a buddy run into one of the Swift drivers that I know up there. So it was really cool. We kind of rode close together. We had to drive through a storm, and so we kind of just watched each other's backs and went to the casino. I won $50 at the casino off of $20 on roulette. Making some money. But it was a fun experience. I enjoyed myself. Then I got a load coming back here to Phoenix. It doesn't unload till tomorrow at 9 a.m. So I'm here. It's what time is it right now? 3:45. It's 3:45. I'm here early. I'm gonna go see my wife and my kids. I'm gonna shut the truck down. I'm gonna go to the gym. Probably have dinner somewhere, and then take a shower. Whatever. And then wake up early in the morning. Go unload that at Sam's Club. probably won't even come back to the Swift terminal because I already have a trailer on. I'll probably take this trailer to Costco, and I'll pick up my trailer at Costco, and I'll head back out to Vegas. And then I'll do the triangle Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm gonna try to trip vlog this trip. I am so sorry, guys. I get so excited for the trip vlogs because they're just longer videos, and you guys get to see firsthand how I do things. And I get so excited about it, and then I forget to record, and it's like, I get so mad at myself. But just understand, guys, like, you know, like, my goal, a big part of my business plan is to be on a dedicated account. And I've heard from a lot of people like, yeah, you can make $1,200, $1,300, $1,500 on a dedicated account. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move my way into that position. And I understand, and I've talked to people that are, you know, like the guy with Target, he told me you're gonna have to give up your weekends. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll give up my weekends for $1,500 a week. I will, because then I can afford childcare with that money. But right now, when I'm making $400 or $500 a week, I can't afford childcare with that. So I have to stay to my 5 days. And it's just not enough. So, unfortunate as it is, I need to stick to what I know I can. Everybody's situation is different. You know what I mean? So, some people can live off $500 a week. I can't live off $500 a week. I got a wife that is very needy and loves going to Target, and I got 2 kids. And not so much needy. She just likes to shop. But you know, everybody's situation is different. I have certain I'm a numbers guy, so I run this stuff in my head all day long. And so there's just certain numbers that I have in my head as far as income goes that I want to be around, and the 602 isn't providing it. And the thing about it is that the 602 wouldn't provide it even if I worked 7 days a week, just based off of the miles you get on the account. You know, my driver leader tried to say that, like, on a good week, they want people running like 1,500 miles a week. And if I'm just being frank, it's just not enough. You know, it's just not. I could be wrong. You know, and my driver leader, you know, has proven to multiple times that she might not know exactly what she's talking about. You know, there's a lot of lack in communication, at least in my opinion. But you know, it is what it is. We have a great relationship, you know, and I understand that she's busy and she's got other people to talk to, and, like, you know what I mean. The people that are coming at me saying, like, you know, they talk to 100 people, you got to make sure you're in good relationships with them, and da 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 da. Like, I understand that. I understand that, and that's kind of my, like, conflict right now. Is that, like, I'm a very nice person. I'm understanding and I'm respectful of my driver leader, and I really only work with her and, like, maybe a planner here and there. I don't really work directly with, like, I don't know if there's other dispatchers at Swift that I work with directly. I know that I'll work more with planners on Target than I will on this account because I just work directly with my driver leader. But I don't disrespect them. I don't say anything rude to them or anything like that. I'm very respectful of them. I always call her, how's your day going? Is everything okay? And then I apologize when I call every single time because I understand that I'm new and she probably has other things to do than to help me because I don't know what I'm doing, or that I'm confused, or that I need clarification. So I always apologize. But another thing to understand is that this channel, and what I have based this whole channel on, is a review on a company that does not have the best reputation. And I knew that this company did not have the best reputation coming into it. And my goal with this channel was to kind of record my progress from the beginning all the way through to, you know, like, if I end up lease operator on Swift, like, to that point. And I want to give honest feedback, not to deter anybody away from Swift. I don't want people to, like, not get hired, but also understand, kind of at least have another perspective based off of, versus just like, oh, Swift sucks, all the Swift trucks break down, their pay is shit. All these, like, just generic rumors that go around about Swift. I know that there's money to be made in Swift. I know, and I'm trying to go to the department that I know has money to be made there. But I would be doing the channel a disservice and the people that watch these videos a disservice if I just lied and said everything was great, or was like, yeah, the pay's not good, but I'm only working 5 days, and so I understand. Like, no, like, there's accountability to be had, and I have to hold Swift accountable, and I have to be transparent for the channel to be efficient. It's not an honest review if it's not honest. you know. And so, like I said, Swift is great, but when you have an advertisement that says you have to work 5 days a week, 8-hour days to get the $1,000, and then I work 5 days a week, 8-hour days, but they say, oh, but you were stuck at a shipper for 9 hours and you only drove 2 hours that day, we're not going to pay you your GR pay because you only drove 2 hours that day. When I worked, I was on duty and on drive for 9.5 to 10 hours that day. But because I only drove 2, because I was stuck at a shipper for 6.5 hours, I lose my money. That's not my fault. And they try to justify that by saying they paid me my detention. Well, you got your detention, so it's fine. But my detention is $15 an hour for 6 hours. So you're trying to tell me that I should be okay with losing the $300 in roundup on my bonus because I got $90 in GR in detention. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of, those are the things that they need to be said. They need to be put out there because accountability needs to be had. I take responsibility too. There are some weeks I don't get my GR pay. Like last week, I didn't even work. I didn't work Friday, so I know I didn't work 5 days. So I know I'm not going to get a check, like a good check, GR pay. You know, a couple weeks prior, my driver leader didn't even try to work me that day. I came back on Thursday and she was like, "Yeah, you're done for the weekend." And by the time she had told me it, it was too late for me to even pick anything up. And so I'm like, yo, like, what's the deal? Like, I was in the terminal for like 6 hours on a Friday waiting for my load, and I just never got one. Yeah, we give you the weekend off. I'm like, dude, a text would have been great. Because at least with a text, I could say, hey, no, I want something, and maybe we could find something last minute, local, or send me out, or, you know what I mean? But I stuff like that. And again, I understand me having 5 days a week makes it harder. I understand that my driver leader has to go out of her way to set me up, especially because the triangle that I do requires 3 days of work. So I understand that she already has her plate full. Every time that I start my week, she has to say, okay, if he's going to start the triangle on Monday, he's going to be done on Wednesday. He's not going to be able to do it again because then he'll be back on Saturday and he needs to be home for his kids on Saturday. So he can only do one triangle a week, and we have to fill those 2 days. Or we find him like they did this week. They did a great job this week. They gave me a round trip to Vegas. They sent me to Vegas, and I found another load coming back. And then I'm going to do the triangle Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll be home Friday. That's perfect. And I know it can't be done every week. I understand. I'm a very, I do business, and I've done sales, and I understand more than most the way that a generic business works, and like how scheduling somebody with a tight schedule and how conflicting it can be. So I'm not trying to bash them, but I do need to be honest about my opinion about the decisions that are being made with me as an employee with this company, because that's what this whole entire channel is about. If I didn't talk about it and I just kept quiet because I didn't like it, but I didn't want to be negative on the channel, then this channel would be redundant. It'd be dumb, because all I am is just a fucking cheerleader for Swift. And on the background, I have a bunch of things that actually bother me about the company. You got to bring these things up, and you know what I mean? Even if Swift sees this, you know what I mean? It's just me being brutally honest. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not, and don't get me wrong, I've heard other drivers say that they're going to look somewhere else because the communication is shit. They have no trucks available because there are people that have literally been without a truck for weeks and there's no loaners, and they just don't get work because they're not in a truck and they can't go anywhere. And so they just don't work for a week. I've heard multiple stories, and those people are actually looking for other jobs. I have my issues with Swift, and I'm still working. I haven't put in an application anywhere. I haven't even been on LinkedIn, Indeed. My goal is still to stay here. There's just issues that need to be worked out, whether it's in my department on the 602 or if it's at Target. That's all. And as long as everybody is on the same page as far as Swift, me, and the YouTube community, and they understand what I'm trying to do here, then we're all good, guys. We're all good. I just wanted to clear the air because I don't want anybody thinking that I'm just like this negative Nancy that goes around nitpicking Swift. I'm not. But on this channel, it's my service to be honest and transparent about my experiences. So, sorry that this was kind of like a more serious video, but it had to be done. I'm hoping to hear back from my driver leader on Target by the end of the week, because this is supposed to be my last week with the 602. I should be getting a brand new truck on Friday, hopefully, and I will do a truck video on that one that's hopefully more in-depth and more detailed, and then I'll be doing Target Monday. Now, I don't want to set in stone that, because I haven't heard from him, and to me, like, it's not done until I get like a truck number and a start date, which I have a start date, but like I want to confirm it. Other than that, if you are still interested in the YouTube channel and informative, transparent information about this company that has a very bad reputation that I took upon myself to go ahead and apply to, just to give an open experience and see how bad it really is, and it's actually not that bad at all. If you're interested in this channel, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications for when the next video is going to come out, and feel free to leave comments. I'm not bashing anybody that put in the comments at all. I completely respect all the comments that come in, even if they're, you know, critical of me and my outlook. I'm open to it. I'm open to these conversations because it's fuel. It gives me something else to talk about. Obviously, I just did a whole video talking about it, but you know, and it helps me build my community of people, my friends, you know, colleagues, people that I can go to for help, and people that can come to me for help. That's the whole point of this, is to get some people together and to form a little community here and help each other out when we need to. And you have a source of videos and information to come to if you guys have questions regarding Swift, Swift Academy, anything like that. So, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comments if you have anything to talk about. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love, peace, chicken grease. Have a great day.